You're welcome to another episode of the Truth Nest podcast. Today, I'm very, very happy that I have one of my pioneers, one of my Oga at the top, somebody I've been aspiring to have on the Truth Nest podcast show. I'll give him the opportunity to introduce himself, despite the fact that so many of us know him already. You know, I'm talking about already. I'll give him the privilege so that he can introduce himself to us. So, thanks for coming. Welcome,
God
sir.
bless you,
Thank
God
you,
bless.
sir. Welcome, sir. So, we still want you to tell our people to introduce yourself to them.
Yeah, good morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you're watching from. My name is Pastor Sose Emmanuel Joseph. By the grace of God, the president of the Levite family over 25 years now, and the senior pastor of King's Global Bible Ministries here in Benin, Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Pastor Osose. Today, I actually brought Pastor Osose here to ask him some certain things that have been bothering me. You know, I'm the type that I don't believe in rumor. I just want to go straight to the point and ask the person directly. So, Pastor Osose, the first thing I'll try, I'm going to ask you today, in regard to music ministers, why is it that music ministers, after they sing for some time, do music ministry for some time, the next thing you just see them, they'll just open church, they'll just start church? Why is it like that?
A very, very sensitive question because I am a music minister.
Wow.
And also the senior pastor of a local church. So I must be very, very careful in answering such question. We are all doing the same thing does not mean we are all doing the wrong thing. That's not to say that there are no genuine calling. God can call a music minister. God can call a music minister into starting a church. You understand?
Yes.
God can call a music minister into starting a church. God can as well not call a music minister into starting a church.
Yeah.
Are you getting my point? But that does not mean that if, as a music person today, one, I am close to the altar. If you read the Old Testament, we have the sons of Asaph, we have the potter, these are the ushers, while the Asaph are the choristers, the Levites. Among the Levites, we have the potters, we have the Asaph. Now, this Asaph, they are close. Scripture says that they are sitting at the east side of the altar. So, which means it is very easy for God to even pick. Because while they are ministering in songs, they are seeing Aaron and his sons, they are seeing all the priests, and all the rudiments, all the modes of operation. So, the training, God can just easily pick because they already understand what a priest should do. You understand? So, if you see a music minister today becoming a pastor tomorrow, maybe starting up a church work, yes, it's very possible that God called him.
Did they learn them? You said they are closer to the altar. Let me say that they learn them.
What I mean is this. Okay, watch this. Who was Samuel? Was Samuel the biological son of Eli? No. Was Samuel staying with Eli? Yes. That's why when Samuel heard the voice of God and he went to Eli, and Eli said, I didn't call you. Anytime you hear that same voice, say, Lord, speak for thy servant.
Yes.
Is that not learning?
Okay.
Is that not training? So as long as Samuel is within the confine of Eli, he was learning from a senior prophet. So that's why Samuel became a major prophet, because he learned from a prophet. So Eli might not be that called. You understand? Maybe he deviated at the long run. But you see, as long as Samuel was there, that was training, because he heard God talking to him and he went to Eli. But Eli could tell him, no, this is not me, it's God. So when you hear this, how you should answer. So someone who is close to the altar, I'm coming. Someone who is, I know you are a bit confused. Someone who is close to the altar can easily learn how God talks with a priest or his pastor. But listen, this is where we get the wrong side of it. It's also easy that someone can fake it because he has been close to the altar. He has learned the charisma. He knows how pastor does these things. So he can just say, and God called me. Meanwhile, God is not involved in that transaction. So it's possible that we have people who just moved from being a music minister into starting up a church work when God actually is not involved in that movement. And it's also possible that God can call a music minister.
Genuinely.
Yes, for a broader umbrella. He's saying, have a people. I've structured you to be like this. You understand? I want you to have a people. Do you know what it's called? There's what we call Adullam. David was a music minister. You know that? When David went to Adullam, he gathered people who were lame, people that had no strength, nothing. And he made them mighty warriors. So what does that mean? It's like a church work, a broader umbrella to have a people like you. So it's very possible that God can call a music minister into having a church. Very, very possible.
Doing that calling, why is it that God did not call that music minister to work as a pastor inside that church? You were called into full-time ministry. Is it not possible that that full-time ministry that God called the minister into is to work as a co-pastor to another ministry? Is there no possibility like that?
Now, when you use the word possibility, I think you are going too much on the extreme, because it's not something we should be arguing about. There are people who are called to be assistant pastors.
Okay.
So if I'm a music minister, it does not mean that I should go and start up a church.
Okay.
So if God is calling me as a pastor, God can call me to assist my pastor in that same church. And there's no yardstick to showing that when you get to a particular time, I should break out and go and start my church. No. There's a particular man of God, I don't want to mention his name, who started a church work for about 15 years. And after 15 years, he now came and said, God said all he has been doing for 15 years is in his own. That he has been called to, he should gather his church and go and see somebody. That's a genuine call. That's a genuine encounter. Are you getting my point? As a music minister, I ran away from calling. I mean church work. I never knew. I thought my own is just to, you invite me, I come to your church, I minister, go back to my church. When they ordained me as a pastor in my former church, then 2007, I was seated in the choir department. Choir stand. For the years, sir, I'm not joking, for 7 years or thereabout, I can count maybe not up to 6 times have I sat in the pastor's chair. They will tell me your chair is there. I will say I'm a choir member. I will be sitting in the choir. But when it was time, God said hand over the mantle. I thought it was a joke. I called my assistant music director. I prayed for him. I said, God said you will take over from me. After a while, I stayed because people would just come from the choir department and say, God said I should pay your house rent. God said I should do this. So those little things, yes, as I was getting it, I said, no, this one where God, they told say, hand over mantle. I'll hand over everything. How can't they leave? I don't get better how they work. I need to enjoy this stuff. I never knew God wanted me to go start a ministry, a church, as to start on his own. I went to my spiritual father. I said, this, that. He said, okay, stay. After a while, he said, you need to leave, because a place that there is infighting, you cannot prosper. If everything is fighting against you, it means God. And I told him that this is what God said before. God told you this before, and you are still there. You have to leave. Sir, the very moment I was leaving, I fixed a concert in my church. Invited Mama Vero Adedoye, invited many guest ministers. My picture was on the poster.
Yeah.
And I intentionally fixed it on that date, because that same date I was having a ministration in Port Harcourt. I told only my GO was aware that I was leaving the church, because I traveled to Delta State to see him personally, that God said it's time I should leave. He asked me where I'm going to. I said, God did not tell me where I'm going to. That was the most confusing thing about it. God did not tell me, as you're leaving this church, go to that church. That was when I was more convinced that God wanted me to start up a church. There was nowhere to go. I traveled, he told me everything. I was in Port Harcourt. We are in your concert. I said, no problem. Some people say, we lost direction. I said, follow here. They thought I was in Benin. I was in Port Harcourt. They did the concert. They called me after the concert. I will not see you. I said, yes, I traveled, though. But I was going to say it was powerful. Because I didn't want a situation whereby I say, come out. You can't pack people, come out.
Come on, go do it.
My choristers, none. After two weeks, they came to my house begging me. I said, it's not about it. It's a destiny thing. God said I should leave. I didn't even know where to go. I don't even know where to go. For 2 years, I was moving from church to church. But can I shock you? The very month I left, February, March, I was praying in my room when I saw it written boldly, King's Global Ministries. There was the head of Bishop TDJs. I knew this was a work. I knew this was church, because I could see what God was saying. It was so obvious. but I was shying away from it. I went to my spiritual father. I told him, he said, you need to go and look for a place. Start anyhow. Just look for a place. I went, I saw a place. I went to him and said, I didn't see any place.
Why didn't you go to your spiritual father's church and start working there?
My spiritual father then was not having a church.
You don't have his church on his own?
No.
He
was not having a church. He's into evangelical stuff. He started his church work like 2 years ago, yeah.
Wow.
Does not have a church. So he told me that God is calling me to start up a church. I saw a place. I didn't like it. So one fateful day, I came out to go buy Indomie at about 2:09 in the night. I saw that everywhere quiet, and as I was about going back, I heard, if you move, I move you.
Same in your vicinity, in your locality?
Yes, now. And when I look, I saw policemen. People were gathered. I went closer. They said, now kill him. I saw a guy on the floor. I never knew that cut his foot. The skull was already out. They forced me to carry the person into their van. I was saying, carry him. No. They gave me this page at my back. Boah! Carry him! Kill him. I don't kill him. Cut his. I go chop him. That was how, sir. In my life, it was like dream. They took me to the station. I left the house. Nobody know where I did. I had to. My phone was at home. I had to borrow phone. I called people for us. Nobody came. They called lawyer all through that night. Lawyer did not pick. I was forced to go into the cell. People were coming to bail their people. I was forced. I entered the cell. As I was in the cell, the presence of the Lord came upon me, and I heard so clearly, "Are you now ready to do the work?" So clear. So when I see people running into church work, I would just like, God not call you. You want to go do ministry? You go crash you. Because now fake that they support.
Yeah.
Now let God they compel people to support original.
Yeah.
So in that place, he said, if you don't do it in freedom, you will do it in bondage. Then I opened my mouth and started preaching. One of the tough guys that we came to meet there said, Capon, this guy they disturb us. And the Capon said, shut up, you know, disturb me at the engineer. I preached, including the Capon and about 12 others gave their life to Christ.
In that same cell?
The next morning, we did morning devotion and I told them I'm leaving. Because I had already agreed with God that I'm ready to do because I have been deceiving myself. And I told them I'm leaving. That morning, my barrister called police and they let me go without a dime. I went back to the place that I said this after 1 year, the place hall was still waiting. That's where we started.
It was still free?
It was still free. That was where we started. After 1 year exactly, God said I should leave that place. So we checked the church account. It was 25,000 naira. All we just need to add 1,000 naira to renew the rent for another 6 months. God said we should leave. So after we just do that, I not wanted to outsmart God. Okay, this, that. The landlord came and gave me quit notice on the 18th. On the 18th. On the 12th of December.
To leave the property?
To leave the place on the 31st of December. 18 days quit notice. I didn't fight with the landlord because he was also a barrister. I knew this was God because God already told me to leave. So we pack our things to a member's house. After 1 year. Is it not funny? As I got home, I could not eat. I was down on my knees. Just to prayer point. Lord, have mercy. Is it that I didn't hear where? To be called genuinely, sir. There's what we call he that endured to the end. I didn't hear where. Or this, that. I could not eat. On that spot, that was how I slept. It was daybreak. At about 4, I went to pick my phone. I said, let me just check my phone. I saw a test. I didn't call him. I didn't tell anybody. Just say, I came to Nigeria. I used the bus. The bus that I used. Go and meet my wife. I already told my wife to give it. Sell it and buy a land for the church.
Just like that?
Just like that. On the 27th, we parked. On the 28th, I saw the church. Who told you that God does not speak to people? We dedicated the church last year, yeah. So they are still genuine.
Okay, you have your own permanent building already?
Yes. Dedicated.
Wow.
Painted, everything.
Wow.
So when that notion of you must be fake, no. So God can call a genuine music minister.
What about in nowadays? I'll point this question directly to you. Don't you think that these ministers coming to start up a church, don't you think that opening of church is actually a business? Because statistics came on air the other day that the richest people, the richest pastors, top 10 richest in the world, 5 are from Nigeria, but the richest church, none is from Nigeria. Statistics, don't you feel that they are enriching themselves are not considering the audience, the congregation, the church himself, considering they themselves should get enriched. So don't you feel that church is actually a business?
Okay, what's the basics for church? What is the syllabus? Is it not the Bible?
Yes.
It's the Bible. So if I preach the Bible and keep preaching the Bible, you know it takes time. It takes the Holy Spirit to understand scriptures. Who are the people enriching the people? It's the same people.
Yeah, the same congregation.
It's the same congregation.
Yes.
And let me answer this first. You said business. We are all doing business, sir.
Even the pastors?
I'm doing business.
As a pastor?
Yes.
Okay, the pastor work you are doing is business?
Yes. God is my boss.
Wow.
Jesus Christ said to his mother, don't you know I must be after my father's business? So the question should be, who are they working for? While we are constructing our church, the weather that was working came to my house. After finishing working my house, he didn't see anything. Went to church, do so many things. So while I was working, I said, I want to ask you one question. I said, which question? He said, nah, it's good to first build church first as a pastor, first build your pastor house as well. I knew where I was going to because he had visited my house, that my house was not as tush
as a church.
You understand? The church was still under construction. My house, the house then at that time, we'd not even plastered. Just block work.
And you were staying there like that?
I was staying inside. I only walked inside my parlor and my one room.
If your member come, because you see where pastor they stay, how you want feel?
I want feel. A sensible member, if you have money, give me to do it. If you have sense, you should know that if I want to divert the money, I can do it, put it in my house.
Yeah.
But David said, how can I be in a house that is well decorated and the house of God is lying waste? So God's, like I said before, I'm doing business and God is my boss. Paul said, for to me to live is Christ and to die is gain. Am I saying I'm a landlord for crying out loud? The way the house was then, that's not how it is now.
There's improvement.
There's improvement now. I've even developed the back flat now, variation with roof. There's improvement because I know the church of God is completed. And it's even slowing down because we are thinking about expanding.
The money you use, you said God is your box. The money you use in finishing that, your own personal house, is it not from the church? Don't you feel it's from the church?
Do you know that there was a day I stand before the church? I had to stop it because so as not to discourage people.
Okay.
Should that shock you? The wedding I did.
Okay.
The money that came out, the money, the gift and everything, we kept it. I was just meditating because the house of God, we need to complete the church. No ties, nothing. And my wife came to me. She said, since this money will be gathered, you did think more reason for church. I said, no, you are no how. He said, no, if not you think. We pumped all the money into the work of God.
Not your own personal house.
No.
But they spread it for your wedding.
Yes, I saw it back to the church. My wife is aware. She was the one that encouraged me to do that. As I was doing that, I got another contract because I also do furniture job. The money that came out from that contract was over 200,000 naira. I added it to it.
Back to it.
We were pumping to ensure that the church is dedicated. So when it was time for me to have a car, it came without stress.
Wow.
Paul says, for to me to live is Christ. He's my boss. My own is to satisfy him. His own is to satisfy me. I don't want to condition him. He knows how to do, when to do, and what to do. So when you are so self-centered, that's when the world will not say you are doing the what kind of business. So we aren't doing business, but who are you working for? Who are you working for? Sir, I wrote something on my status. I said, we don't serve to be noticed, but you cannot serve and not be noticed. I want to say it again. We don't serve so that we'll be noticed, but you cannot be serving well and you will not be noticed. What am I trying to say? You cannot serve God genuinely and be broke for life. But can you endure the wilderness period?
That period of suffering.
It can, at times, it can even get to 15 years. You know the chop.
Are they sure?
You know the wear clothes.
Are they wear clothes?
So how much money do we want? That will be enough. Thank God for every stage. Do you know what I keep saying? I don't have a better yesterday. If you saw me last year, you will know that this year I'm better.
Yeah.
I don't have a better yesterday. How much money do you need to prove? Are you doing ministry to prove a point? So I can assist people in their business. I can assist people in their school. I can feed my family. Nobody can hold me that I'm owing debt.
Yeah.
So I don't need to have all the hundreds of millions flowing in the account for me to prove. I'm not proving a point. I'm doing crusade. Money should come. So we are the same set of persons. So if I'm preaching the true gospel, will you on your own say Holy Spirit spoke to you to give me money?
Wow.
But if I come and say from one prophecy, don't you know that even devils can prophesy? You will go and bring the money and give it to the false prophet. So we are the one enriching the false prophet. But I want to say to every genuine prophet out there, keep doing what you are doing. One day it will speak.
One day go pay.
It will speak. It go pay and leave that thing. It will speak. I was once laughed at before. All of them that used to laugh, some of them came to my office kneeling down. Some of them that gossiped me, said all manner of rubbish, they came back. Things that were not even true. So even to be genuine even work.
Don't you think that this thing of people now switching things, and at the end of the day, you see so many, they have branch A here, branch B, branch C, branch D. Then when I was growing up, coming up in ministry, because my spiritual mother, blessed memory, which I never regretted 1 minute I spent there, grew me to the stage I am now. Don't you feel that then when we were growing up, whenever we go out for an evangelism in another environment, the only thing we were taught then, please give your life to Christ, look for any Bible-believing church. That was the message we pushed forward. But nowadays, it's not like that. It's now take flyer, come to my church.
Okay, let me. That is not also totally wrong. Do you know why?
Why?
Bible says, because iniquity shall abound. Abound is an English word which means increase.
Okay.
The love of many will wax cold. Sir, if you know what is genuine, will you tell someone that is not led by the Spirit to look for any Bible-believing church? Or you will suggest a Bible-believing church to him?
I will suggest.
Thank you. You just led somebody to Christ. And you have been in Christ. Bible says in 1 John chapter 4, it says, every spirit that confesses that Jesus is come of the flesh is of God. He said, but every spirit that confesses that Jesus is not come, that Jesus did not come in the flesh, is not of God.
Okay.
Now, that person that you are preaching to has not been able to train his spirit.
Okay.
So anybody can deceive him. So you will preach and he will be deceived. I know someone who was born again and came to our ministry then, was afraid that his son pastor brought him into the inner carcass. When he got there, he now saw that it was shrine. Now that he's afraid of his life, he don't want to even say it. So we have to force him to say that in this place we will stand, that nothing will happen to him.
You not go there?
That he not go there. That he was forced to make an. And he said he was working with the pastor. He said because he know they do they preached to him. He came to the church because he want to serve God, not knowing that he was entering the wrong place. I tell my members, you know that what you are receiving here is genuine. Tell them to come here.
Then how do we stop those messages and those preachings that are not genuine? How do we stop it?
Okay. The only way to stop what is not genuine is to support what is genuine. Because, like I said before, if you have houses chained together and fire entered one is engulfed in fire, the most foolish thing to do is to try to quench that one when you know that others are connected to it. The first thing to do is to disconnect the other four from that one. Channel some energy to disconnect. Why few energy to quenching the fire?
Okay, don't channel enough energy to quench it.
Because the more you are trying to quench that fire, it's entering the other one. Fire has one thing. The more you pour it, something that should quench it will increase it.
Wow.
So when you are fighting error, why not support what is genuine? What did the man say? He says you slept. He planted good seed. But when he woke up, he saw that there were tares planted among the good seed.
Yeah.
He said, man, should we start up? He said, no. Allow them to grow.
The same time?
Allow them to grow. So all you need to do is to put fertilizer, water the right one. So that when they are grown, you cannot separate. But not that you are not growing what is genuine. You are killing what is not genuine, sir. You talking against what is not genuine will not stop because their heart is sealed.
Wow. With this generation we have now, with this generation, these children we have nowadays now, do you think that logistics will still work now?
Sir, have you been online of recent?
Yes, I'm always online.
Okay. I will say some scenario, but I will not mention name.
Okay.
But let me try. There was a time they said about Deboye, he made a statement that if you don't pay tithe, you will go to hell, something like that. And Baba Deboye came online and apologized.
For that.
You know that? Jesus. I respect that man for that thing.
Okay.
Because this treasure is placed in an LT vessel. If I make mistake, I should be able to apologize. An elderly man who has been in faith, by age is senior to most of us. I saw another elderly man who spoke something. They said he condemned Winners and some other churches, whether a more or less something. And he came and he apologized. He said, I'm sorry if I hurt you directly. But some of the younger ones to them that made mistakes, that they corrected, they will come out and say, we are still learning, they don't need to correct us, these are that, they'll be bragging. How do you know sincere Christianity? Bible says we should follow elders who through faith and patience. A man of God preached a message and came the next Sunday and said, please, the message I preached last Sunday is wrong. If you are bold enough to take that and say, I did what is wrong, I'm sorry, you are a Christian.
Oh, cool.
But a gospel artist was corrected that he was singing with an unbeliever, and the next time he was singing, he composed a song and said, no matter what, it's to preach Jesus, nobody can stop me, I will show not destroy. What are you saying? So which means the apology you gave is not legit.
It's fake.
It's a fake one.
Wow.
Who trained us?
But he was supported by so many other top men of God.
The Bible is my standard.
Okay, you feel that what he actually did was wrong?
What
he actually did was wrong.
The act.
It's everywhere. I don't even need to hide his name. Ebuka Song, what he did was wrong.
Himself agreed that it was wrong.
Okay.
Himself said it that it can be corrected. It's still growing. So which means that fact already shows that he agreed that it was wrong. And me, I was not among those persons that condemned him.
Okay.
You understand? Because for you to agree that you're wrong. But what pained me was that I saw another video when he sang a song trying to talk against those persons that were saying, no, you don't do that. Not
even only, if you have been online recently, it's online. So anything online, I can say it because it has been made public. A pastor said those people that said what Ebuka Song, trying to not defend and come with songs to defend that scenario, that was, I think, 2 weeks back or 3 weeks back, if I'm not mistaken, that those people are not elders. They are not pastors. They are not elders in the church.
Do you tell a lecturer how to teach you in your university?
No.
Do you condition him?
No.
Does he condition you?
Yes.
You don't tell an elder how to correct you. And that was who trained us? When I was growing up, I sat with elders. I will stay afar. I will listen to a word of wisdom. You don't correct an elder. You suggest to them. If an elder make mistake in correcting you, you as a child, without contradiction, the lesser is blessed of the better. That is scripture. An elder is an elder, both by experience.
Wow, but sir, there are some younger generations that are coming up now that take close eyes. This stage we are now is everywhere. It's rampant. Drugs is taking over.
Yeah.
Those generation will grow old as well. Don't you feel they will affect others that are coming? Since elders cannot be corrected.
How long can they grow? Based on, you are talking about drug.
Yes.
You know that there was a man, I don't want to mention his name,
okay,
who told the younger brother, say, I want to be like you. He's a music icon.
Okay.
I want to be like you. I want to be like you. Because the reason why I don't want to mention his name, I heard it from a credible man, but I've not done my findings.
Okay.
And the man said, he also takes drugs. When you want to sing, he takes, you understand? He said, don't pray to be like me. When these elders grow,
okay,
they will know that they have made mistake.
Okay, they will know.
I have seen many elders now say, I wish I know. If an elder tells you, sir, the best person to learn from is the person who had made mistake.
Okay.
He has made mistake.
I started that instance using drug, using drug as an
know,
instance.
because drug condemns the cells.
Because there's a narrative that says that fools grow old. There's a narrative there that say, okay, even this one, because my own generation now, I'm crying. My current now, I'm trying to, I don't know how to picture it again. So most of the times, I just look at younger ones. I just look at them and say, oh, these things you are doing, oh God. They don't even want to listen. That's the problem.
They are grey-headed men that calls me father.
Okay. So
they are senior to me.
So if those my generations and I don't want to take lessons, go and start and defend what they are not telling younger ones that are coming up, they defend it. Are we now saying that we should not correct elders, that those ones that are now coming, based on the fact that these ones that are coming now defended it and say, maybe elders can, should we leave it like that?
No, sir, you don't, because you are bringing drug into, because we started with church. So those men at the top, they are not into drug.
No, sir. No, I'm not saying that. I'm setting a narrative.
Those men that we are calling elders.
Yes, I know they are not.
We have read their books.
Yes, they are not into drugs. I'm trying to use that too.
I know. And they have track records.
Yes.
On how anybody that went through suffering, training, you should be able to boldly call them elder.
Exactly.
And these men, they will tell you how they suffered. And you could see there are people to testify on that fact. So they don't compare them with those drug addicts cannot even talk boldly. They know outside. They can't even talk boldly outside.
Wow.
They know now. They know. Even you know that there are elders in your area that when they are talking matters, they can't talk. Sharp. Yes, now they can't talk now because they know they don't have anything to offer.
Wow.
So the ones that are taking drugs right now, when I studied psychology, that was when anytime I see them, I beg them. There is a cell in the brain that those drug and alcohol, even cancan
is not good.
No, it kills. Cancan is one of the things that kills those cells. That cell is what helps you to reason.
Mm.
That's why you see a drunkard begin to give you advice under the influence of alcohol. Because alcohol will take over. It kills those cells. And if they do it over time, the cells dies completely.
Mm.
You understand? So all these hard drug guys, blah, 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 and they're sorry for them. And funny enough, they can't stop it.
Mm.
The only way they can stop it is to find Christ.
Wow.
They can't. No, they can't. Don't bother.
Don't you feel that, because I was having a guest here the other time, don't you feel that the elders, do you feel that the elders now that we have currently in the ministry, do you feel that it's only prayer that we have for them?
Do you advise an elder? Because we need to get that straight too. Because I have been to the social space and I see young people writing. At times I will write and write and write. The Holy Spirit will tell me, erase.
Okay.
Then when I want to write certain things, I will write. If you see some of my posts, I will say, I speak to those who are under my age, both in ministry and age-wise.
Okay.
Not to elders. You understand? Because I understand that you don't say a word until you have grown to that stage.
Wow.
Because whether you like it or not, experience remains the best teacher.
Mm.
And the reason why we speak under the influence of the Holy, even if what you are saying is correct, grow there first.
Get there first before you say it.
You can boldly speak when you have experienced.
Mm.
Because there are so many things I used to hate, sir. I was among people that condemn girls wearing trousers.
Are you for real?
What are you saying? I was among people that condemn people tying hair, not tying hair where they are praying. But the same scripture, when I went there to read, and I saw that they wrote in the Bible, in the same Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5, 22, verse 9, 10, that you don't plant a vineyard with the same crop. That if you want to plant yam in this farm, everything should be yam. If you want to plant cassava, everything should be cassava. In the same chapter,
they
didn't see that one. And also said that as you are wearing this cloth, now it's a sin, that you should not show your garment of diverse sorts. Everything should just be plain. That's why you see those white garment church. In the same chapter, but we let that one, we now only took a man should not wear what pertaineth unto a woman.
Wow.
So by revelation, I had to upgrade. And when you are praying, when you are prophesying, as a woman, you must cover your hair. That was not even talking about physical covering. No. I was talking about hierarchy. That the head of every man is Christ. And the head of every woman is the man. That a woman who is praying or prophesying with her head uncovered, dishonoreth her, with her head uncovered, dishonoreth her head. He's saying if you are praying and you are prophesying and you don't respect your husband, you are dishonoring your husband. It's not a head cover.
Now would they cover head? Even because they join women, they cover head one time.
Yeah, it's not even the basis. But do you know the funny thing about this thing? This one is an aside. Any woman that must marry should not marry an headless man. Because before I said the man is the head of the woman, I first of all said the Christ is the head of the man. So marry a man that submits to Christ.
Wow.
Any man that is not submitting to Christ does not have anyone ruling him.
Wow. This is wonderful.
So that is an aside. Let me just drop it so that any woman that is looking for a man, marry a man that submits to Christ. Because you will submit to that man all the days of your life. It's scripture. If you don't respect him, everything will fight you. So if you marry a mumu, you will submit to that mumu.
Just remain like that.
Remain like that or you bear it.
Now what you buy?
You'll
Wow.
be right. So any woman that is marrying an headless man is entering into trouble. That's why the Bible says we can do. A woman don't fight the husband. The woman reports the husband to Christ, who is his head. That's why the Bible says you can do all things through Christ, not through strife.
Wow. During the time you started ministry as a full-time ministry, that you now started opening your own church and started your own church during that time. I don't know why I like using open church. The thing I've mastered me a lot.
You don't see many things now.
They don't master me. So during that time you did that. Was there members from your music ministry that started your church?
Only one person. In fact, it's no more.
Okay, only
No more
one
in the church.
Okay, only
Just
one
one
person.
person. Just one person from my music ministry.
Okay, was the person attending a church before?
He was attending a church.
Okay,
Let me tell you why he came. I
Okay.
was not the one that called him.
Okay,
We were doing impartation.
okay.
In the Levite, we were just doing normal. You know, Levite, we just be after some prayers, we just do impartation like that. So while I was praying for him, he said he saw something written, Kings. And I had not told him the name of the church.
Wow.
I had not told him that God is telling me to start a church. I was shocked. So he said he saw something written, Kings, that God is telling me to start a church. And he saw Kings. That was the reason when he said, when the name came out, Kings Global, he said they come. That's why he was the only person
That came from the music.
from the music ministry. No other person came.
Okay, your own music ministry was not denominational stuff.
No.
It was not from church.
No, anybody can join the music ministry. Till now, it's still on. There are people
Okay.
from other churches. That
Okay,
are
the
still on.
music ministry is still on.
It's still on. Levite My Family.
You
Yes,
didn't
now.
stop it because of the
It's
church.
the arm through which we are doing this worship and wonders crusade now.
Wow.
It's still coming.
Wow.
It's just that some persons stopped because they felt, maybe I don't know if their pastor told them, or they felt I will use that medium to drag them.
To put them into your church.
It's another vision entirely. It's a non-denominational.
Wow. Wow. And you're still into it full time.
I went for rehearsal last week.
Don't you think it's affecting your own since God called you into a full time calling?
Affecting
That
all of them is part of the ministry. All of them is the ministry. I sing till I die.
wow.
I don't understand. It's part of the ministry. You want to take singing away from me? You'll be my greatest enemy. I teach the word, I preach, but you see singing, don't go there. It's life. It's for life. Should I shock you? In a year, if my choir rehearsals is like 100 times, I attend the choir rehearsal like 95 times
Without missing it.
without missing it. The records are there. Go and ask them.
Wow.
From onset. Except when I'm so tired and fatigued and I just need to rest. I attend my choir rehearsal. Today's choir rehearsal, I will go.
You say go to the
I will go.
after today's show.
After this show, I have another business to run. I will go and pick my family, take them to church, go other business, come and meet them, pick them again. I go to rehearsals.
I want to take this question directly to you. As at the time you started your full-time ministry, at the time you started it now, just the way you are now, if time it not got into a stage that you want to give the baton, if God tells you that you should give it to your assistant pastor or somebody else, not family related, will you do it?
I will, without thinking.
So this thing, Truthness podcast, is on record. Are you sure you are not going to now use, because I am not the type that capitalize on the fact that this is what somebody is doing. It's none of my business. That's me. So if the person like he should jump into Igbo River, I don't have any issue with that. Don't you think you will now use gamings to say it was your son that was called and turn it over to
you called me here. You've known me for over 10 years.
Okay.
And you also know so many pastors.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen me do something like game?
No.
So, if I have kept the record for over 20 years, what make you think I would?
But this one now, it's not.
That's what I'm into. That's what.
On investment.
That is why.
Because church is a big investment here.
Like I said, Jesus is my CEO.
Okay.
And that does not mean any a church that maybe the son takes over the ministry. That does not mean God was not involved. Sir, there are times God will need a member from your lungs to continue from you.
That's true, sir.
But it's not on all occasions.
But statistics, can you give me any church that have handed over to an assistant pastor? Statistics. Can you give me just one church that hand over hierarchy to the assistant pastor?
It's not in my jurisdiction.
But
to
statistically, I don't feel there's any.
I think there are.
I stand a chance to be corrected.
No,
because
I
have
have
not seen
I have seen, sir.
that it will be hand over to.
I have seen.
Okay, I will have to make my research then.
Go and do your research. I don't want to make it because it's not actually church that are popular, but
Yeah.
I have seen. That's the
Okay.
truth. But do you know that some persons came to my church and said God directed them.
Okay,
But while they were leaving, they didn't tell me God directed them.
to leave.
So when you see some of these things happening, most of the time, have you seen a pastor raising his children, and most of them are instrumentalists?
Yes, I've seen situations like that. Yes,
Huh?
yes.
It's because of the heart of men.
Because those members will leave.
They will just leave you
ignore
and you
this.
just sit on the floor.
But the own children,
They
can't
cannot just
they
live
want
like
the,
that.
The team to work.
Thank you.
I have a friend like that. He doesn't play
Just the
fellowship.
way a man's enemy shall be those of his household, so a man's friends should also be those of his household.
Wow. Wow.
So we don't, it's not in our duty to start judging that far. Let's focus on our businesses, because if you know the way some ministers behave, well, I will ordain very soon, but I have not ordained a pastor in my church.
maybe I
for
should
10
come.
years.
I should come. You should ordain me. Am I not fit to be a pastor?
I will ordain you now as a deacon.
This is wonderful. We have been having a fire time with Pastor also said these are it's very entertaining and interesting. And please, I want to ask Pastor also say this other question. This music of a thing, there was a rumor I heard some time ago that somebody thief your song, it thief and hijack and something like that.
He's still am.
And so I don't know how true it was. I don't want to bank on the rumor I heard, so I decided to ask you directly. How true was that?
Well, so true. So
Wow.
true. It's actually something that I actually don't want to talk about. But let me just talk about it so I clear. I think I made a little talk on it before, but since you've decided to bring it out in this Truthness podcast, let me just say it. Marvel Jokes actually stole that song. You are marvelous, yeah. You are marvelous, yeah. You are marvelous, yeah. Marvelous, yeah. I wrote that song with my Levite family members 2008 or 7. That was when I wrote that song. And Pastor Fidelis came there in 2009 and said he wanted to do a live recording. That since we are not financially buoyant then, that we should just come and take a slot. Then all we need to pay for maybe is the mixing and mastering. Then we can just, at least as a group, we should have a song.
Yes.
So we're so happy with that. We just took that opportunity and went to the concert prepared. We said, marvelous, let's just do this marvelous. So we went to the concert. That was when how the thing went out.
Was he present in the concert?
He don't need to be present. People were videoing. You know the way you attend, people
Okay.
just carry their phone and start videoing, recording song. If at the next month, I heard somebody called me, you just now you get that song. I said, I don't hear it. I don't say I hear it. The thing went out.
Went viral.
So when the guy did the song, we saw it. He did the launching at Omega Fire Ministry and we heard. So Pastor Fidelis heard it and he was really angry and called Marvel Jokes and said, come and see me. You are not the owner of this song. People started calling him from different places that knew I owned the song. And he said to them that the song is not owned by anybody, it's a church song. That's what he said. That was his exact statement. When I called him, that was what he said. After a while, initially he was not actually saying that. So we were told that Pastor Apostle Suleiman was coming to Benin Oba Kenzo Aden to hold a very mighty, big program. So he was coming along with him. So Fidelis said, opportunity. Let's just have a small meeting. Then let's just settle this matter once and for all. So those my sons that are calling, we just relax on the matter.
Forget about it.
Because you cannot just say all songs written by me when you know you didn't write that song.
Yeah.
And you write, at least for once, you've agreed that you didn't write it. That's a church song. Now, the person that wrote it is telling you that we wrote, in fact, it was in an all-night meeting, Tuesday to be precise, Levite family, that we wrote that song, composed that song. We are happy. You are marvelous. We are happy. Now, you are using the song. You're telling us that it's a church song. He was running away. He came that day, came to Benin. Fidelis called him. He didn't pick his call. Went back to Wada Auchi again. And Fidelis was really furious and was angry and said, when they come, I went to my spiritual father. I said I should let the matter die. That A tree that does not recognize its root will not go far. That was the statement he made. So I allowed the matter there, but they can't try it now because they follow process. So we'll make money for your head. It's no joke. Then I didn't follow due process. I didn't know all this copyright stuff and all that. But now, if somebody played with my song, when I use loyalty for long, I just sorry for a small money I collect. And that does not create, because I have a pastor, you want to just play on my television. No, you don't do that. So they invited me at Ekpoma one day. The pastor of the fellowship told me, do you have any problem with Marvin Jokes? I said, why did you ask? He said, because immediately I told him, I invited him before, we have agreed everything. So he now asked, when he saw that you were on the design, when I said design before printing, he said he was not coming to, when he saw that your picture was there. That was why I now told him that song Marvelous is owned by me. So he has been running away from me. So when Pastor Dean invited him to Wave of Worship or something, I saw that he was in Benin. That night, I was not having a car then. I just called a cab.
Went there?
Yes, went there. From the back. The place was filled up. I just went straight to the phone. Immediately he saw me, he was shocked. And I embraced him. So that he will not be running away from me again. That one don't pass, it don't pass. And man, just focus on another thing. God will give me another song where it will make me, where it will still go viral.
Well, why ever since then? Why have you not dropped a song that will go viral?
Because, when a lot of water went under the bridge. Several issues. And, you don't choose a song that will go viral.
Okay.
You can just say this song will just blow. That one will just do any and that one will just blow. So we are waiting for that time. I know the time is soon, is close. God will help us. Particular song. We are bringing out songs. I decided to go back to the drawing boards. I started learning production. Right now I have a studio in my house. And so that when we start launching out, I don't release a song again until I've, you understand, secured it.
Okay.
Because I had to learn from experience so that I don't labor in vain.
My last question regarding this. Marvin Joke, Chief your song.
Say it, Chief.
If we should, do you feel if you had been the one that did that song, it would have went viral?
Well,
if you have been the one that have published that song as at that time, it would have gone viral.
Platform helped him as well.
Okay.
Platform. So going viral at times, platform. When people are talking about the mountain of influence,
okay,
the first thing that you see there is the religion. And based on the religion that both of us believe is Christianity. He was in a big church. You understand?
Yeah, so population and everything.
Population and everything. So it was launched there, and a big figure also supported him. So it's very easy to go viral.
Wow. So but you're planning to give us more hits very soon.
Yes.
Wow.
Yahweh just came by your grace and some other. So by the grace of God, we have money, we have platform. God will show us mercy and we'll push out again. Wow.
Thank you very much. We have been having a wonderful moment with Pastor Ososei. It has been electrifying. There's this something that went viral on the internet a few days ago that I would just like to ask Pastor Ososei before we call it a wrap-up. And we will be having him back to back. But Pastor said there's this thing that went viral 2 days back or 3 days back, if I'm not mistaken. Today's Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. About oral sex. It went viral. It's everywhere. Everybody heard this, and there was a collision in the internet space. Is there a particular pattern that is endorsed by God in which not boyfriend and girlfriend
within the confine of marriage?
Yes, marriage because see all these people now we have now. I don't know generation when me they fear me. They fear my agenda, so they fear them now. Is there a particular? Does it matter in marriage?
There's no statistics. There is no Bible did not put any pattern.
You can do doggy anyone. As a married man, doggy style, caterpillar style, jump and
you want within whatsoever is agreed between you and your partner.
Oh, Saloboa.
As far as between you and your partner, there was a woman that told the wife, if you don't grab my
dollar
and use your mouth to do it, the marriage cancel. The pastor had to advise the woman, go and grab it.
You feel it's not a sin.
Sin for what? Is he committing adultery?
Wow.
Is it not the wife? Is it not the husband? Like I said, whatsoever is agreed.
Once they are too green.
Was too often agree. Like there are some men, they can never lick plate, like what they call lick plate.
Yes.
I don't know those things. I don't even know what is lick plate. But I know when I eat my food, I lick plate.
You lick plate.
But baby, you know what they are talking
I
about.
know what they are saying. I know what they are talking about.
But me, I don't know what they are talking about because, but whatsoever both
Agree.
partners agree. I don't think those questions are actually necessary.
Wow.
Why would if you ask the person where they ask the question, I never marry. I also saw a woman telling the pastor that there's someone that like me, I like big this thing.
Yes.
But when I marry, I cause I say my house small.
Small.
What
Wala
should I
boss.
do?
Pack and go.
Pack and go. Not be package.
Look for big bola.
Not be package.
Wow. Immediately I saw that on the internet. I was like, wow, what's going on here? So I said, okay, since actually there were so many other diverse
to focus on Christ and their life. They are talking about ourselves.
Many diverse views actually came, and many persons say, no, it's not wrong. According to what you say, what both of us agree.
Yes, now.
If the man and the woman agreed also, and they not decide what they did in their home since they agree and put it on the internet as blue film, is it wrong?
It's wrong.
But they agreed.
They agree to
Yes.
spoil the public. Will you do it, sir?
I can't do such a thing.
Why?
Because I don't like it. Yes, I don't like
To
it.
him that knoweth how to do good and doeth it not, to him is what? You see? I'm the Bible talker.
Wow.
You say now the 10 commandments be seen.
But the people should not judge me now. Just put it there.
People should know what?
They should not judge me on that.
Are they judging you? We are judging the act.
Wow.
We are judging the act because is it only your family member that want to watch it? Would my children stumble into it once in a while?
And see it.
The
People
name
now
of
get
Facebook.
phone.
Imagine people on Facebook, they are opening things.
Showing us
They are showing things
just to go viral.
just to go viral. They're not stupid.
Wow. Huh. Man, you heard what a pastor also said just told us. I'll beg our audience, I'll beg our viewers, please, we should take note of all these things. Our comment section, the Truthness podcast comment section will be widely open on this particular podcast. Feel free to comment and share. Let your family, your friends know about these things. We have spoken a lot today. And I would love us to always share. I would love us to always comment. And with time we'll be having Pastor also say on this Truthness podcast show once again on another firing topic that I'm actually prepared for him. And please note, this is our view. You have your opinion. You have your view. You have what you want to say. But having in mind that whatsoever we say on the Truthness podcast is the absolute truth from the individual we are hearing it from. Thank you very much, Pastor Sexa, for coming.
God bless you.
God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir. So we'll call it a wrap up for today. We'll be having you again and again and again. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.